Hello and welcome to another session in mathematics. In this session we'll be looking at statistical graphs, and our focus today will be on pie charts. But before that, let's take a review of our previous lesson. Welcome back. In our previous lesson we talked about bar charts. Today we'll be looking at pie charts. Okay. In a pie chart, the data are presented in a circle, which are divided into sectors. We still remember what sectors are. This is a circle. This is the center of the circle. These are sectors. Okay. These are sectors. Is that okay? Now, he said the sectors are proportional to frequencies of the items. They are proportional to the frequencies of what? The items. Now he said each frequency is converted to degrees, because when we talk about circle, the angle is always measured what? In degrees. Is that correct? Yeah. So, and this is done by dividing the frequency by the total frequencies, then multiplied by 360. That is to say that we'll have each frequency divided by total frequency from the question times 360 degrees. Okay, so let's quickly take an example. Okay, here is a question on the screen. A woman made the following purchase in the market. We have items and we have amount in $C. Okay, she bought meat for $150 C. She bought fish for $50 C. She bought gari at $250 C. Vegetable at $40 C. Tomatoes at $60 C. And miscellaneous at $50 C. And then now the question is, draw a pie chart to illustrate the information. Draw a pie chart to illustrate what? The information. And B, we are asked to find the percentage of the total amount which goes to gari to one decimal place. Said what percentage of the total amount goes to gari to one decimal place. Okay, let us start. Solution. Now, the first thing we need to do is to find the total amount. Total what? Amount. How do we find that? We add up the amount here. 150 plus 50 plus 250 plus 40 plus 60 plus 50. So we have 150 plus 50 plus 250 plus 40 plus 60 plus 50, and that will give us 600. Okay, and then the next thing we need to do is to convert each frequency to degrees. We convert each frequency here to what? To degrees. How do we do that? We have our table where we have our items, then we have our amount, okay, and then we have our degree or angle of sector. So let us determine this. The first thing we have is meat, which is 150. We have meat is 150. We have fish, which is 50. Fish is 50. We have gari, which is 250. That We have vegetable, which is 40. Vegetable 40. We have tomato 60. Tomatoes 60, and then we have miscellaneous to be what? 50. Is that right? Yeah. Now at this point we need to convert this to what? To the degree of sector, and I told us earlier that we'll convert that by dividing each frequency by the total frequency, then multiplied by what? 360. Okay, so let us start. We have this to be 150 divided by 600 times 360 degree. Okay, and that will give us 90 degree. Do you understand? Then for this it will be 50 divided by 600 times 360 degree, and then what will it give us? 30 degree. For Gary, we have 250 divided by 600, which is the total. Remember, this is 600. Okay, divided by 600 times 360 degree, and that will give us how many? Anybody? Yeah, that's 150. That's correct. We have our vegetable to be 40 over 600 times 360 degree, and what would that give us? What would that give us? 24 degrees. 24 degrees. That's correct. For tomatoes, tomatoes is what? 60 over 600 times 360 degree, and what would that give us? 36 degrees. That's correct. And then for miscellaneous, it's 50 over 600 times 360 degree, and that will give us what? 30 degree. Now if you add everything here, you get 360. 90 plus 30 will give us 120. 120 plus 150 will give us what? 270. And 270 plus 30 is 300. 300 plus 36 is 336. Plus 24, 300 and what? 60. 360, which is the total angle in degrees. Okay, we call it 1 revolution. Okay, so we now plot this in a pie chart. And remember, we told us that a pie chart. I told us that a pie chart is a form of a circle. I'm gonna do a sketch, but for you that wants to draw, you use a compass and put it the pencil, then place the compass on your book on a leaf, and then move it around to give you a very accurate circle. Okay, I'm just doing a sketch now here on the screen. So let's assume that this is the center of the circle. When you are done with drawing your circle with your compass and your pencil, the next thing you need to do is to take your protractor. The protractor, then your match set. The protractor is a half of circle. It looks like this. Okay, with numbers and all that. Okay, that's the protractor, and you have measurements here. So now you draw a line from here, a straight line, to a part of the circle. Now place the protractor here. Here is your 0. Place it from here, and then count to any number you want to count. So the first one, which is mid, is 90 degrees. Okay, so you count from here and go clockwise. Okay, now when you move from here, measure it till 90. It will be something like this. Okay, and this is mid. Under here you write your what? 90 degrees. Okay, we are done with that. Then secondly, we have to find what? Fish. Fish is 30 degree. Fish is 30 degree. Then you move from here again. The protractor will then be from here and no longer here. It will now be from this line. Okay, and then you count 30 to a certain place. Say it's here. Join it to the center. And you call this what? Your what? Fish. and your fish is how many? It's 30 degrees. Okay, then the next thing is what? Your gari, which is 150 degrees. 150 degrees. So you place your protractor here, okay, and then count from 0 to 100 and what? 50 to 150. Let's assume it stops here. Draw it. Make sure your line is straight. Okay, and then this is 150 degree, which is what? Gari. And then we have the next one, vegetable, to be 24. Vegetable is 24. You measure from here. Let's assume 24 is here. Okay, this is 24, and that's our what? Vegetable. Vegetable, write it inside. And then after vegetable, what else do we have? We have tomatoes, which is 36. Tomatoes, which is 36. Let's assume 36 is here. 36 tomatoes. And then the last one is miscellaneous, which is 30. This is 30 degree miscellaneous. Okay, now this is what the pie chart looks like. Okay, now we've actually solved the A part of it. I said we should illustrate this in what? A pie chart. Now the B part of it said what percentage of the total amount goes to gari, to 1 decimal place. Percentage, not degree now. So we are dealing with what? Percentage. The gari has 250 over what? 600. This is it here. So it will now be 250 over 600 times what? 100 percent. Times 100%. Okay, so let's go over. Our B will then be equal to 250 over 600 times 100%. And what would that give us? We have our answer to be what? Anybody? Okay, yeah, that's 41.7%. Okay, and that's all for this. So we'll stop here for today. Okay, so to refresh your memory on what we've done so far, kindly provide the answer to the following questions on the screen. Welcome back. So far we've been able to deal with pie chart, and we'll call it a day here. So do well to use the lesson note on the platform for better information and understanding of what we've just done today. And feel free to leave a comment or a question there on the comment section if you have any. Okay, so we'll meet again in our next class. Remember to stay safe and bye.